Is the Ouija board really just an innocent game? Turns out it's neither innocent nor a game. You understand what I'm saying when you're finished hearing my friend's chilling, true story of that time her father used a demonic Ouija board to contact the dead. Howdy, and welcome to America Needs Fatima. My name is Adrian Fonseca, and before we get going, make sure you hit subscribe and click the notification bell so that way you never miss out on another story of Mary. My friend's story, which I'll tell you in her own words, begins with a father and a son. She remembers that her father was a first-generation Italian immigrant who traveled to the land of opportunity on his mother's hip. My father tells me that my grandfather was a bright spot in a dark and struggling poverty. On one indescribably dark day, when my father was 15, the light was extinguished by illness. After losing his father, my father walked through his life with a hole in his heart. He never stopped missing the man who had been the light of his life. Then he met my mother, and together they built a family. The Catholic faith was central to my parents' vision of raising a family. They sacrificed greatly so that we could attend Catholic school. We attended Mass every Sunday and Holy Day and prayed the family rosary often. When other kids were watching Saturday morning cartoons, Mom and Dad loaded us up in the van and drove us to the local hospital where abortions were being performed to pray. We learned at an early age to put our faith into practice. I say all this not to brag about how holy my parents were, or hoped we would be. I say this as a warning that even those given the best possible Catholic formation can be fooled. And we were fooled, big time, and fooled by an innocent-looking little game. A simple board with the alphabet across it, along with the numbers 1 through 0. Just a few complete words were on this little board: yes, no, and goodbye. On the one very odd foreign word, Ouija. We knew nothing of its sinister beginnings 125 years ago, but we were about to find out all too soon. We only knew what we had been told, that this little board game, purchased from Sears, where one bought everything worth having, could possibly put you in touch with the spirits of the dead if done right. I don't remember how the game made its way into our Catholic home. Was it a friend who came to spend the night? Maybe one of us got it as a birthday present. One way or another, it entered and sat inconspicuously on our bookshelf, nestled in with Monopoly and Chutes and Ladders. Then one day, someone said, "Let's try this one," and the Ouija board was pulled off the shelf and onto the coffee table. At this point, my friend is very close to coming in contact with a truly demonic presence. She was young and didn't realize how she was about to be influenced by the devil himself. If she was a bit older, she might have had more confidence in our Lord. Now, if this story resonates with you, but you feel like you could use some more holy confidence, you need to read this book. Stick around until the end of the video to see how to receive a copy as a gift. Okay, back to my friend's story. Someone in the room had just pulled the Ouija board off the shelf. My friend said, "I will never forget that day. I was 10 years old, so it must have been 1974. 4 or 5 of us gathered around the board, and being the oldest, I, of course, got to go first. The instructions said that 2 people had to put the tips of their fingers on the only moving piece in the box. My sister's fingers joined mine. Our questions were silly. Who would get married? How many children would we have? Would I become the President of the United States? As a fire crackled quietly in the fireplace behind us, we all took turns accusing each other of pushing it in that direction that they wanted it to go. It was all fun and games, so our father walked in. We looked at each other. Would Dad make us stop our game? He leaned down to get a better look and asked us what we were doing. After we gave a quick answer, he said it sounded silly and suggested a game that would be more challenging, like Monopoly. But when one of us mentioned talking with the dead people, I saw something in my father's usually vigilant eye shift. The pain in his heart quivered, and he sat down next to his kids and said, "Pass that here. Let me give it a try." That's where I'll have to end my friend's story for now. Subscribe to this channel and you'll be the first person to hear the rest of the story when it comes out. Now, before we end today's video though, I promised that I would tell you how you can receive your very own digital copy of this book, the Book of Confidence, as a gift. When you click the link in the description down below to become a child of Mary, you receive a full subscription to Crusade magazine, a beautiful metal lapel pin featuring the image of Our Lady. A daily mass will be said in your name, and you will receive a copy of the Book of Confidence, an incredible book that teaches you to have complete confidence in our Lord and erase any worry and anxiety in your life. And the best part is that as long as you are a member, you will continue to have Crusade magazine delivered to you and a daily mass said in your name, day after day, year after year. You can get all 4 of these gifts by clicking the link in the description below. Alright, that's all I have for you today. May God bless you and Mary Immaculate keep you under her mantle. God love you. Thanks for watching. To save souls, there needs to be more Fatima-focused content on YouTube. If you agree and you want to help me make more videos, please join our special Child of Mary group. As a Child of Mary, you'll get a beautiful Fatima pin, plus inspiring reports on America Needs Fatima work to save souls. Click the link in the description below to learn more and become a Child of Mary. God love you.